in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Q-Bone stallion with the lip. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, knock the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.
Your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning. Cause I'm on a mission, put me in the game. Cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. They'll go option to the short side. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Bears in a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop that.
12 more yards there and another first down. A nice game there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get...
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. Trotty. And all the Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 69 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. From the gun on third down, Fields. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. The numbers for Mixon last week, 17 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. This defense for the Bears, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mixon. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and goal, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's able to get it down at a 2-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. He's blown out of the backfield. Loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They run for it with Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chicago offense set to get started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now it's Fields. His throw incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. And that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of the drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Fields now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 9 yards that time. Henry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Henry again. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. And they've got it 1st and 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Off play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay up right to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. Fields going to take this himself. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Second down and goal. Fields shoves him aside. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Now Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball. All right, when guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call, because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. There we go. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From midfield now, Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. He's got room at the 30, down to the 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 50 yards. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call...
He's got a man, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Throwing again is Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown. T. Higgins, 75 yards. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Pollard to return from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Fields. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Burrow on third down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
11 MP, 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Burrow will throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion for him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 24, Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. McPherson on for the point after. And the lead is now 24. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Pollard to return from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown Bears. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive. Sort of a slow and steady game so far, but reliable for him here in this third quarter.
Sounds like we're describing a possession receiver, right? The one that finds a way to make the big catches, the ones that break the backs of defenses.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Burrow looking to pass. And this pass broken up. Contact well timed on 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, Fields. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. C.D. Lamb, 46 yards. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them. You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series. He's hoping to take what has been a good game here and make it a great game. But so far, solid, and we're still in the 3rd quarter.
And there's nothing wrong with solid. You want to be that. You want to be reliable. You want to be a guy that puts your team in a position to have a chance to win. And that's what we're seeing from him. And there's also that added element that maybe it can become a little bit more as this game goes on.
We'll try to make it more here on this drive. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive.
He sort of just keeps chipping away at this defense. Hasn't had a spectacular game, but here in the third quarter, they've known all game long that he's there.
He's the type of guy that frustrates you if you're playing defense, because when you think you've taken away something or you think you've got him in check, he comes up with another catch, the chains move, or he finds a way to get it to the end zone. He's that guy that drives you crazy, and offenses love him.
He's hoping to drive him more crazy here coming up. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
11.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
11.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. First down. Here's Burrow. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Here's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Mixon. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Mixon again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. Pollard to return from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Onto the field now come the Bears. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And the busy night for Henry continues. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And, Charles, it's not very often an elite back becomes available. They jumped on him. I think they were smart to do so. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series.
All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know, that typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding him.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. No, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Burrow. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
There you go. 8 yards. 11.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. This is caught, it's Boyd. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Bears are right back in this football game. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields, complete, Pollard. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. All eyes on Fields. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. Touchdown Bears. Jalen Waddle, 51 yards. And the Bears Bengals use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth.
So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
This on the paper goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments. And I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
So Burrow and the Bengals down by 4, 1:08 to go. And no other way to say it, they have blown a big lead, but a chance to rescue things late. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Clock rolling here. About to hit 30 seconds. Well, that one complete once again to Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Burrow. Open man is Higgins. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will probably matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Could not finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And his kick here is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Taking it about the 1. Now Pollard. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
98 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Slant pass, Pollard brings it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Off play action, Fields. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Chicago, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.